Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream. It seems a long time since I streamed last. I think it is, probably about 6 weeks or so. Anyway, trust everybody's well, and thanks for joining me this afternoon, or watching the playback of the stream on YouTube. So, looks like we're streaming okay, and I'll probably get a message from Sylvia in a minute saying it's working anyway. So, using X-Plane this afternoon, X-Plane 11, and a nice little evening flight from Stuttgart to Berlin. That's the plan anyway. So, Worm's fine. Okay. So, yeah, I've really taken with X-Plane, I must say. I haven't done too much with it. I'm tending to use FSX Steam Edition most of the time, but I've really taken with X-Plane, so I'm going to give it a go with the airliners. Been doing a little bit with X-Plane with the general aviation aircraft, but not too much with the airliners. Sylvia's sorry because she spelt works fine wrong. So, as I say, we're in Stuttgart. The engines are up and running, and we're just about ready for pushback here. Everything's looking good. It's a nice evening, not too much wind, not too much cloud, so it should be a nice flight. I've got the route all put into the flight management computer. I've got a route online and loaded that in, so that's working. So let's call for pushback. Well, actually, we could just check we've got everything sort of as it should be. First of all, yeah, nav lights are on, taxi lights. That's good. Auto brake is as it should be for rejected takeoff. So we're called for pushback. So I've got to remember the keys for this because I've assigned different keys and they are different to FSX.
Okay, I'll send the push cart.
That's nice. Going to send the push cart. That's always good. Also using world traffic, which actually gives me some traffic at the airports as well, and in the sky. Although there's not too much here at Stuttgart at the moment, nothing much came up, but you can see we've got an Air Berlin parked up there. Of course, in real life that wouldn't happen because unfortunately, the push carts here, because Air Berlin don't exist anymore. So
here we go.
Here we go with the pushback. Probably gonna have to release the parking brake though, won't I?
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Alright. No need to get like that about it. Put me brakes off. There you are, is that? The airport is actually an Aerosoft download as well. Although the 3D airports that came with X-Plane are very, very good indeed.
Catch you next time.
Okay, catch you next time. Right, there the push cart goes. What we need to do is select flaps for takeoff. So we can do that. If I can get it to work. Come on. Oh, that isn't working, is it? Let's try this. I've got a multi-panel here. It's got flaps on it, but it doesn't put it down in separate increments, so it'll go past the flaps 5 setting. It's gone to 15. So perhaps I can push it back to where it should be for takeoff. Ah, it's going that way.
Good morning, Berlin Tegel 571 inbound Woody 380. Berlin Tegel 571, good morning, identify.
So that's set for takeoff now. So we can taxi. Go around this way.
Number 6 Delta Whiskey out of 209, landing flight level 250, airwall 33 at the French boundary.
Air traffic's a bit quiet. Okay. And the engine noise as well. Maybe that's a little bit quiet. I'll turn it up on the control panel.
Negative 330, Condor 6 Delta Whiskey.
Copy, thank you.
Okay. Let's just turn that up a little bit. Get a better mix. If I bring up OBS, turn the desktop audio up a bit.
Condor 6 Delta Whiskey, rate of climb at your very convenience.
Right, that should be a little bit better. See what that's like. Any better?
Good morning, Mike King 1104 out of 248 climb
Okay.
340 inbound Woody. Mike King 1104, good morning, you're identified.
Yeah, when I turn the engines 100% in a minute, blow your ears out.
Condor 6 Delta Whiskey, climb
So here we go with a taxi.
At flight level 220, confirm Condor
Quite a long way to taxi here at Stuttgart. Got to go virtually the whole length of the runway.
Condor 6 Delta Whiskey.
Cool, they're risking life and limb, aren't they? These baggage things. Unfortunately, we haven't got any air traffic control. X-Plane does have air traffic control, but I don't really like it. I don't think very many people do. It's quite difficult to work, and it's not that great. So I'm going to be the air traffic controller for this flight. It's funny, the best air traffic control built in really is in FSX. I would really love a good air traffic control for X-Plane. I think there is a plug-in. I think it's pretty expensive, and I'm not sure how easy it is to get to work. So as I say, we're going to have to travel most of the length of the runway here for the taxi.
Hey there, good afternoon, Caleb 24 Tango, Plaza 331, landing flight over 400 inbound Eilder. Hello, Caleb 24 Tango, identified.
So apologies if I cough, sneeze, splutter, or make any other horrible noises this afternoon, because I'm suffering here. I've had some sort of cold virus thing. I've had it virtually since January. It doesn't seem to be getting much better.
Swift 15 Charlie Romeo, turn right heading 225. Heading 225, please, 15 Romeo.
It's a real striking livery, isn't it? This bright yellow, I must say.
Thumbs 3 Tango Tango, when ready, descend flight level 280. Thumbs 3 Tango Tango, when ready, descend level 280.
The other, so I've got world traffic installed, which I really like. I've also got this ATC chatter, which just gives you a bit of air traffic control chatter in the background, which helps with the effect of the whole thing, I think. Oh, trying to be too clever, not looking where I'm going. So where I am at the moment, in which is near Saarbrücken, here in Germany, is just about due west of Stuttgart. We're going to be basically going north to get to Berlin. Passing pretty near Nuremberg. Then on up north over Leipzig, and then into Berlin. X-Plane does really look very, very nice indeed, I must say. I'm using the standard 737 here, the one that's shipped with X-Plane. There are a few other free upgrades, and there's actually a completely free 737, which is really nice, but I've got an issue with it, and a few other people have an issue with it. With the ILS, seems to work all okay until you approach an airport and set the ILS and then instrument landing system, and then things seem to go haywire with it. So I'm using the default 737 that comes shipped with X-Plane here. Okay, so what I will do here, I'm just going to put on the brake. Because I've got no real air traffic control, I do have on world traffic, it comes with a radar system, so you can actually see what's in the area. So I don't want to take off with something bearing down on me landing. So in the middle of the screen there you can see me, and there's a plane here which I think is we can track that plane. It doesn't look like he's landing, so where does it say he's going to? Oh, it is coming here. It says it's coming to Stuttgart, but won't be a problem because he's not because it doesn't look like he's on landing approach or anything at the moment, so we're okay there. Right. Yep, I can see all the planes that are around, so it's quite handy. So we can get ready for takeoff now. Release the brakes. Well, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one. Oh, we definitely need air traffic control. Did you see the Air Berlin come in there? Well, I didn't see that one. Why didn't that one show up on the radar? That was strange. Well, it looks clear now, doesn't it? Oh my God, we could have had a serious accident then. So I'm just gonna come out here and wait a minute. Well, Air Berlin don't exist, so that was what's called a ghost plane. I don't know why that didn't show up on the radar. Right. What have I got to do now? We'll check off chest list. Elevator trim set for takeoff. That is. I checked that before. Flaps are set. We've got to put on the anti-collision. Sorry, not the anti-collision. Strobes, which is slightly different here than what it is on. Still not on. So I think I'll bring that switch up. And we've still got no strobes. Why is that? Strobe. Let's have a look at that one. Ah, now we've got some strobes. So, ready for takeoff. So speed is set, everything else is set. So here we go. Set the engine spool up a little bit. Probably should have put the landing lights on actually, because it's getting dark. And rotate. It's a positive rate of climb.
Today, Northbound 277, flight 380, Jessica. Northbound 277, hello.
Looking good. Gears up. And flaps in. Set the speed. I want to overspeed. If you are slightly. So the autopilot is on now. So we're going to start to follow the LNAV flight path. Hi Mick, nice to see you on. Trust all is well with you, Mick. So as I say, I'm going to be the air traffic controller today. This X-plane doesn't really come with anything that makes a lot of sense to me, air traffic control wise. So there we are, bye bye Stuttgart. So we'll just increase the speed a little bit. So we're set for 15,000 feet at the moment. We can put the landing gear down into the lock. Always got to check that I haven't actually put the landing gear down when I do that. That's okay. Oh, nice holiday time then, Mick. Very good. What you want now is it's some nice weather so you can go out flying the radio controlled planes, I reckon. I think the weather's looking up here a little bit as well, apparently for the weekend. So perhaps it'll help us all with our allergies and colds and stuff. Certainly need something to perk me up a little bit. So I'm going to be using LNAV with the autopilot, but I'm going to do the ascent and descent manually, because VNAV is, I don't know, just a little bit crazy on here. And I think if I let VNAV do its thing on this pretty short flight, I think the passengers will be complaining. So I don't think the airliners use VNAV too much. Anyway, not on short haul flights. So just going through the cloud base here now. It's coming up to 10,000 feet. Flight management computer gives me an idea of what it's set in for the for different flight levels for different legs of the journey. But as I say, in real life, probably air traffic control will be giving me different altitudes to climb to anyway. They tend to give a sort of block altitude. So yeah, not using LNAV is sorry, not using vertical navigation, I guess is not too far off what happens on a short flight. Guitar vids as well. That's good, Mick. We haven't done any music much at all lately because we were going to do some songs, and Sylvia's been bad with this fluey cold thing, and the singing's been affected. Obviously, I can't sing. I suppose I could play guitar, but I don't know. Feeling a bit rough. I haven't really felt like doing much music, but it'll be good to see some more videos.
Good morning, Austin, and we have level 300, PLC, we're inbound to Stuttgart. So 2842, stop sign button 350. Stop sign 350.
I wonder if you've ever had a go or tried X-Plane at all, Mick. I think, did you tell me you were using FSX, or I can't remember now, but I wonder if you've had a go with X-Plane at all. It really is nice. As I say, I would have liked some air traffic control with it. But apart from that, it is really, really nice. I mean, the graphics and everything are fantastic. 64-bit program and everything. Tell you what though, the auto throttle seems to be all over the place. I'm not sure that auto throttle should be moving up and down as much as what it is. In fact, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? I think I'm going to turn that off in a minute. So we've got a map here. Oh, should have a map. Oh, it's interesting. Look, what's the map doing? I'm not sure what's going on there. Obviously, it doesn't want me to look at the map at the moment. There's my world traffic thing, which is very, very good. You can see all the traffic in the area, which is added by this plugin. So that's us, where my mouse is. I don't know if you can see that. So if I click on this airplane down here, we can track that plane. And we can actually see the plane that's flying, which is quite a good thing. Let's click on another one. See where that one is. Track camera. So you can see the different planes that are in the vicinity, which is quite a nifty little
Victor Golf
Quite a nifty little plug-in. Yeah. Okay, on getting a new PC. Yeah, I mean it's all very well seeing all this stuff, Mick, isn't it? And then sort of try to run it, and then a little bit disappointed it's not running too great. I was lucky enough to get a new gaming computer a little while ago, but even the one I've got, I wish maybe I'd have got something a little bit different. But that's how it is, isn't it? But yeah, X-Plane's very nice. So I don't know what was the matter with that map view. Let me try that again. Why is it doing that? That's crazy. I don't know why that's not centered. Let me magnify it a bit. Oh, that helps if I zoom in. So that will follow. We can follow our track through with the map, and we can you can click on various points here, and it tells you what the airports are nearby. That one's called Hubach, EDTH. It's quite good. So off to our right, or off to the east, not too far away, will be Nuremberg somewhere along the line. Anyway, we can climb again now. Need to get up higher altitude, so I'll pretend that air traffic control has cleared me to 30,000 feet. We'll dial that in. Vertical speed. And we'll be climbing up to 30,000 feet now. No, it's not Sylvia. It's the map that's actually built into the program itself. So it's actually part of the program. You've got different modes, and you can zoom in, zoom out. I think it shows other traffic in the area as well, if there is any. I don't know why it went crazy when I zoomed out. I'm not sure why it's like what it's doing, but there we are. You can put a compass rose on it as well. So if we go here onto the flight management computer, we can see our legs. All these are different waypoints here on the left, and the pink one is the one that we're actually... Is that the one we're on or the one we're approaching? I think that's the one we're on, and it's 7 nautical miles to the next one. And if we scroll through the pages, we eventually come to EDDT, which is Berlin Tegel. That auto throttle's driving me mad going up and down like that. I'm going to disconnect that and use the throttle manually, climbing about 250 knots. So that's better. Prefer that than the... that's better. We'll leave it like that. So there we are, flying through the middle of Germany, climbing up to 30,000 feet.
American 717, please yourself. American 717, good day, it is fine.
The trouble is when you're using the throttle manually, you've got to keep a check on it.
KLM 757 over on Moco, contact radio on 5583, radio service terminated. Bye bye.
Go 5583, go back in on 757.
Very nice sun indeed. Another thing you can do with this, which is really great, you can actually change the time of day, which I don't think you can do in FSX while you're flying. So let's just check what the keys are. If I want to advance time, I just do this, and it will advance the time. If I want to do that while we're in situ, or which I think is pretty cool. Where were we? We were about there, weren't we? Something like that.
Departing 280 for 320, no, 285.
And another thing I didn't do, waste of time doing it now, I didn't start the clock, did I, here? Never mind. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you can change the time of day to what you want. I think FSX, you've got to come out as a program, haven't you? And well, come out of the flight and basically reload the flight. The lighting effects on X-Plane are brilliant. Let's go back outside and change it. So if we go, let it go dark. I think the lighting effects in X-Plane are really nice.
Delta 131, cancel restriction, cross Mallet 1247, hour later.
47 now, an hour later, Delta 131.
Anyway, don't want to freak the passengers out. I think we're in some sort of weird dimension here. Let's get it somewhere where it was, somewhere like that, wasn't it? So, coming up to 27,000 feet now. Speed's okay for climb. Coming up to another waypoint shortly.
After in London, jet speed 963,410.
Jet speed 9063, control, good afternoon, identified to Mallet direct.
So this is going to be a pretty short flight. Well, I will check if I've got the correct ILS frequency in for Berlin Tegel. Got 109.3, and I think that's what it is. Because I'm going to be landing at 26 left, 109.3, so that's in, that's correct, I'll put that in. So that's the one that's active here. Yeah, you get some quite sort of nice visual effects with X-Plane, where the actual jet stream is. You get this sort of heat haze effect there, little things like that. And as you zoom in, it's definitely got better resolution. Well, 64-bit program, definitely got better resolution than you have with FSX stuff. So, you know, I mean, FSX is still great. I really have fun with that. Got quite a lot of Orbex scenery for FSX, so I don't think I would ever forsake it. So just turning on to another waypoint. So we're at 30,000 feet now. Let's take it up just a little bit more. Pretend that air traffic control has told us that we can take it up to 33,000 feet. And then we'll call it a day there. Oh, excuse me. I've done so many flights in the 737-800 that oh, I don't think I could ever count them up now, but it's always the same journey for me. Obviously from England to Germany, and it's about an hour long. Always with the good old Ryanair. Got a flight back to England coming up in about a month's time. I think I paid about 10 Great Britain pounds for that. I never pay very much money. I can't see that they actually make any money. Oh, we've got a master caution there. I don't know why that came on. I know why. Probably going too fast. That's what happens with manual use of the throttle. I think we might have virtually come to an overspeed. Let's go on auto throttle again a minute.
Taxi 105, contact 118, decimal 030, goodbye.
118.030,
Hopefully I haven't done some serious damage to the plane. Right, and the FMC was starting to descend there, so I'm going to, because I've got to manage my own descent, I'm going to get to this waypoint Oscat and probably start a descent there, I think. There's a little airport there, way off to the west there, my left hand side. So if I bring up the map, it's probably this one here. Hasfurt, Schweinfurt. Hasfurt, Schweinfurt. I think it's that one further away. It could be this one, actually. There's another one here. Could be Bamberg, Breitenau. There you go.
Zero uniform, contact 124, decimal 065, bye-bye.
124.065, Italia 20 uniform, thanks, bye.
Right, I'm just going to accelerate a little bit. Well, no, I'm not going to accelerate. I'm on the auto throttle, so let's bring the speed up a little bit now. Because we're in the cruise, as they say. 320 knots. Get there a little bit quicker, or more quickly.
370.
Landing 370, yes, we got again.
Maybe Mick's fell asleep, Sylvia. Everyone falls asleep on my flights, including you, so you're doing pretty good to be awake at this point. I know you're not. Thanks for staying awake. Oh, my eyes are watering like mad now. Whoa, there's a plane going by. Look, you see that? Oh, wow, that's a bit close. That's very close. Whoa, wow. Don't know if you saw that. That's no problem, Mick. I was only joking. Although I have had a few people watching my streams and they have fallen asleep. Well, that's fair enough. If I was in the if I was doing this flight as a passenger, for sure I'd be falling asleep. Anyway, thanks for popping in, Mick, and hopefully you have a nice holiday and do some good stuff. Catch you on Facebook anyway. Well, I'm just pleased somebody watches my stream. It's an airport ahead. Let's see if we can find out what that one is. There's an airport directly ahead. Let's see if the map's working. It must be that one because it's slightly off. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Jenna Schongleiner. Jenna Schongleiner. No way. No way. I can't pronounce that. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for popping in. Have a good one. Hopefully the weather's good. Right, let's see where I am now. I'm coming up to Oscar, and that's where I'm going to start making my descent. Looks like just beneath the clouds there. Looks like there's another airport. So it's I think it's this one, EDOK, which is Rudolstadt Grosswitz. The names up this neck of the woods, Sylvia, in Germany are harder to pronounce than the ones down here, if you ask me. Yeah, try and take care of the cough, Mick. You get better one day, maybe when the weather gets better. So the trip's going well. Not a crazy distance to go now to Berlin. I really like that wing view with the engine, I must say. Oh dear, excuse me. So it seems that the stream's holding out not too badly this afternoon, Sylvia. I know the last one was a bit iffy, wasn't it? Had a few breaks. I've got a little green light here on the OBS, which is show. Actually, when I'm talking, I'm going into the red a lot. So I don't know if my voice is distorted, but it looks like I'm actually going into the red. So I don't know if it is sounding distorted at all. Should have watched that. I think I'm talking too loudly. Seems to be okay now. So apologies if my voice has been distorted for the whole flight. Okay. Well, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not been too bad. Yeah, I just noticed as I'm talking, it's if I talk any louder than this, it goes into the red. Terrible, isn't it? I'm meant to be an audio engineer, and I can't set this up properly. Right, so now we're going to start our descent. So we'll put 20,000 feet. Pretend that air traffic control has cleared us to 20,000 feet now. I'm going to bring the speed down now to 250 knots. So there we are, on the way down now. So we've got about 3060. About another 90 miles, 100 miles to run, which won't take too long. Oh, there's a runway straight ahead. I think that looks like a big one, so I would say EDAM Massenburg. It's not that one. It's got to be this one that we can see. A big one. Is there one there? Leipzig. Yep. So that's Leipzig dead ahead, I would say. I would say down there, beneath the clouds, is Leipzig.
Air 47 uniform, how do you read me now? Reading you 5 now. Thank you, descend level 260, 1500 feet per minute on grid. Descend level 260, 1500, come off in there for 7 uniform.
We put E DT T in to show us what traffic is around Berlin Tegel. So we can see what that one is. It's near Berlin. Should have some audio with this road traffic, but that doesn't seem to be working as it should either. Never mind. So Berlin Tegel is there, and this is the traffic that's around there. The slight problem with no air traffic control is that if I was using it or had it, hopefully it would know what traffic was around, but seeing as I'm doing my own air traffic control for this flight, it's a bit difficult to know exactly what else is on approach, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with that.
Good morning, Northland 276, coming out of 288, landing point level 340 on tip upward.
Northland 276, hello, identified client level 370.
So we're descending now to 20,000 feet. In fact, I'm going to put slightly lower altitude in. Let's put 15,000 in.
Good morning, E65 uniform hotel, flight level 380, direct to Gaska.
E65 uniform hotel, hello, identified.
Oh, wrong way. Descending to 15,000. We're slightly fast on this descent, but not too bad.
Good morning, Sunday, uniform Papa, flight level 297, landing, flight level 4 boarding block,
Number 8 uniform Papa, hello, identified climb level 370.
Number 8 uniform Papa, sorry for the system. Number 8 uniform Papa, request at flight level 370.5.
Sorry, say again, which level?
70.
Roger.
Little airfield off to our left. I would say it's probably that one.
Victor, descend level 260.
Level 260, flight 16.
Renneritz. Terrible pronunciation.
For my Eurowings 7181, I think to go to standard level 290, inbound Rebel.
Eurowings 7181, hello, that's fine. 9 Charlie, descent flight level 260 at 2,000 feet per minute. So flight level 260, wind 2,000 feet per minute. Sherman, Charlie.
Oh. You know, I'm feeling pretty tired here, Sylvia. I'm not going to fall asleep before we approach. There's a airport dead ahead as well, which will be this one, I guess. Holsdorf. No, it's the NDB. Is there actually a... Yeah, Holsdorf, which is the one runway we can see dead ahead of us. Right, coming up to 15,000 feet now. We're just about where we should be. We can put the next step altitude in, maybe 10,000 feet. And the air traffic control has told us to descend to 10,000 now.
Good morning, 8636, maintaining 350, direct to Charlie Delta Alpha.
8636, hello, that's fine.
So down to 10,000 feet. Yeah, the clouds are cool, aren't they? Going through them in a minute.
Hello, that's fine.
Excuse me.
1 Lima 341, can you expedite out of level 280 please? Lima 341, welcome.
So we're doing our descent now to 10,000. It's like going to be coming into the cloud level now. Shortly.
Canada 821, can you descend flight level 100, make it 2,000 feet per minute please? 100, 2,000 feet, orange
1,000 to go was that horn, I think. Oh no. Yeah. You get that little horn that goes off, I think, when you're 1,000 feet above. I think we're getting stuck a bit on the cloud base here, so I'm going to descend on down now to 8,000.
Good morning, E61 Papa X-ray, flight level 390. E61 Papa X-ray, hello, you're identified.
So we're going to drop another couple of 1,000 feet, we should be below the cloud base then.
Morning to you, Biscan 283, flight level 340, inbound Woody. Biscan 283, good morning, you identified.
going through the clouds.
Winning 8636, selecting next zone.
Direct to next to Berlin 8626.
Kilo 1341, request climb level 310 for the cruise. Kilo 1341,
Let's drop down 6,000. So I think we're stuck in the clouds here. Drop down to 7,000, see what happens.
Starting Cat 571, inbound 4030. Starting Cat 571, good morning, identified.
Right, here we come. Just below the cloud base now.
Cover 6 Delta Whiskey out of 209, climbing flight level 250. Level 33 at the French boundary.
Yeah, the clouds are really good.
About level 270, cover 6 Delta Whiskey.
Right, we need to
Cover 6 Delta
we need to get down now, so we're going to descend to 5,000 feet.
330, cover 6 Delta Whiskey.
Copy, thank you.
Cover 6 Delta Whiskey, do you still require 1,500 or more?
Cover 6 Delta Whiskey, rate of climate for very convenient. Good morning, Mike. King 1104 out of 248, climbing 340 by Woody. Viking 1104, good morning, you're identified.
Excuse me. Right, not too far to go now. I would say 30. About another 45 miles to go, which isn't going to take too long.
At level 220, confirm cover 6 Delta Whiskey.
Number 6 Delta Whiskey, correct, clear level, flight level 320.
Cover 6 Delta Whiskey.
So here we are at 5,000 feet. It's quite a big airport. You can see over there on the left.
Radar, first for confirmation for me, November 1831. Could you confirm on your level of red left?
Yeah, flight level 260.
260, many times, 1831.
It was on the left. Now it's virtually dead ahead, just slightly to the left. Which is going to be EDDI. It's going to be that one for sure. No, it's going to be that one, which is Berlin Brandenburg, which is the one that's being built. That's the one's dead ahead. So I don't think it would have lights on in real life. But God, it's got a lot of runways to it. That's Berlin Brandenburg there. I did read that they were hoping for it to be open in 2020, but now they think it's more likely going to be 2021. So as it gets worse and worse, doesn't it? Right, so I'm going to descend now to 3,000 feet. make sure I'm probably doing my approach and altitude changes a little bit early, but I'd rather do that, be on the safe side. So I'm not too au fait with this, with the landings with this. Not too au fait with the autopilot, as you can see either. So we're down to 3,000 now. Oh yeah. Oh dear. Oh, Sylvia says her internet is gone, so that doesn't sound good. Sounds like hopefully mine won't suddenly disappear. Oh, you're back on, Sylvia. That's okay then. I was having a bit of a fit there because mine seemed to be okay. I don't know if you heard me say that that's Brandenburg over there. The one that's being built, that airport over there on the left. So you wouldn't actually see the lights. And I read that it's going to open now in 2021. God. So I've got a standard arrival programmed in, so you can see that we're going to just carry on up, then do a left turn in. The standard arrival was part of the flight plan. The departure was a standard departure as well from Stuttgart. Yeah, so yeah, so that's as I say, that is Brandenburg over there. So we should be seeing some of the other airports, I think. The one further over, right in the distance, is Tempelhof. The one behind that is Berlin Tempelhof. That one closed off. It's right by the tail of the airplane. Don't know if you can see it, but that one closed in 2008, I think. So not too long. Anyway, X-plane is prepared for when the airport opens one day. Yeah, it is. I don't know what it looks like. I haven't been there to have a look. So we're going to be doing our turn now and getting ready for the final approach phase. So I'm going to bring the speed down just a little bit.
Hello, Scandinavian 51 Papa, level 340. Caddy 51 Papa, identified to field.
A lot of runways to Brandenburg.
Air China 834, direct to Ivona.
Direct to Ivona, Air China 834.
Juliet, call Tom Tom People 0851.
Okay, 2085, man, we can do it, please.
And the sun is setting.
Hello, Stuttgart 969 Hotel, I identify Pacific 4 low, flying 640 and fluctuating.
Go line climb at L340 and return to 38, sorry, Stuttgart 969 Hotel.
Roger.
So here we go on our little turn in now. We're on the standard arrival part of the flight now.
793,
So I'm going to get ready a bit early, slow things down.
Scandinavian 51 Papa, request descent.
Station 5 on Papa, descent level 260, we level 15 miles before you.
Descent 260 to be level 25 miles before Inbus, Scandinavian 51 Papa.
15, 15.
Okay, 15 miles.
Over there is Berlin Tegel. So we're doing our approach in now.
Mike Alone on 6673, level 340, inbound Marburg.
So identified, flying throttle 370.
Papa level 370, on 6673.
Get some flaps out a little bit early. Right, I'm going to see in a minute if the ILS is going to work.
5 on Papa, correct.
First of all, we can check the localizer. So if we come off LNAV, go onto the localizer. Oh my word, there's a plane ahead. That's what I said, I get a bit worried about the world traffic is great, but it's not that sensible. Right, so the ILS has come up. We can see here, got some ILS indications, which is good, what we want. Oh no, there's a plane coming in, look. Perhaps it's going to land on 26 right. That'd be good. Be one of those fancy sort of double landing things where one plane goes in on one runway and the other plane goes in on the other. Right, let's click approach now, and we can lower the gear.
Cafe 216.0350. Cafe 216 to load.
Gear is down. That plane in front of us is landing on 26 right, and I'm set up to land on 26 left. Wow, that's fun. The ILS is captured.
Hamburg 315 Charlie, call from 132.085.
Spoilers are armed now.
132.085.
Flaps are deployed. Now, when do I take it off autopilot? No, never. Excuse me.
Right, hello, Lufthansa 4 Papa Hotel, flight level 360. Hello, 4 Papa Hotel, right back to Alaska. About the last, Lufthansa 4 Papa Hotel.
Speed is set. Hold on. I'm not well, you know. I've got a pretty bad chest here and
It's 125 Bravo, descent at level 280. Address is at level 280 to 125 Bravo.
okay, we're disengage.
Caution.
Control, you had a 59, turning on 320. That is 59, good up, 20 contact direct Harvey. Direct Harvey, you had a 59.
1,000.
Speed.
Germania C516, climb level 260.
Manual throttle as well here, so a little bit careful. Speed's dropping a little bit, so have to be careful. Reasonably stable. Cheerful, isn't he? The one that calls out the
200.
Lights
100.
low. Lights low.
yeah.
Lights
50.
low.
40. 30. 20. 10.
We're down. Reverse thrust. And I forgot to turn on the landing lights. I knew I'd forget something. Forgot to turn on the landing lights. Well, that's not too bad. In the heat of the moment. The other plane up there, it's just landed as well. That's so cool. Clean the airplane up, the flaps up.
Virgin 29 November over Moco, contact radio on 5583, ready service terminal.
Right, let's just get the lights rigged up how they should be. Don't want to blind everybody with the strobes.
Orange 369 over Moco, contact radio on 5583.
Taxi light is on anyway.
Bye-bye.
583, have a nice day, Orange 369.
What's that look like? I don't think I've got strobes off. Should have the navigation lights on though, shouldn't I? I can't wear this, it's really hard. That's it. It's not the strobe one now, is it? No, so we can taxi. Find somewhere to park. There's a plane coming in ahead.
Good morning, Oscar 993 Heavy, level 300. CPLC, we're inbound to Stuttgart. SO 2842, stop sign level 350. Stop sign 350.
Oh dear.
American 151 over Limerick, contact radio on 6547, ready to service terminate, good day.
This is 6547, American 151, good day.
You meant to turn the strobe lights off because they're so bright. They blind everybody. Oh, I've gone a bit far here now. I will have to turn in up here somewhere. Seems to be some room up here on the right hand side. There's a plane coming in there, landing.
American 151 on 6547.
American 151, still with Shannon.
Someone landing. Other Air Berlin, I expect. I think we can go in just down here.
That was a 9919, descent level 300.
And 19 level 300, and the request to contact left turn again on a easterly heading.
That was a 9919, turn left heading 080.
And 19 left turn heading 080.
Oh! There's a man appeared. Oh, he's telling me to go to the left.
6991,
A bit.
380.
How's that, mate? Oh, go to the right. Oh, keep coming. Keep coming. Hold on, I'm going to lose sight of you there. I have to go higher. Let's go up here. They're going to get run over there.
311 November Bravo, good day, identify, confirm next point after Limerick.
Hold on. Go on, I'm going to have to get a bit high because I can't see you. That's it, he's crossed. Oh, cool. Oh. Park and brake on. Let's put let's go for the ground power. Start the APU.
That's a 400, good day, identified.
And start the engines. And let's turn the lights, some of the lights off.
John Wick 1 Alpha Charlie, good day, identified.
So that's it. Welcome to Berlin Tegel. Still looks like I've got taxi lights on. Anyway, thanks for joining me for the stream. Hope you enjoyed the flight. It was a bit of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next stream. So, bye for now. Thanks for watching, and anybody that watched this, and anybody that watches on YouTube as well. Cheers for now.
Thank you.